Hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Break. My name is Nick, and today we are going to be reviewing set number 76316, the Fantastic Four versus Galactus construction fig. I'm actually going to get started on building it, and I built it so fast that it's actually right here, good to go. So this set comes with 4 figures, the first time we are ever getting the Fantastic Four. We have Reed Richards, we have Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm as the Thing. I am so excited to be seeing these figs in Lego form for the very first time. I know a lot of people are excited. We're going to get a little bit closer to each fig alone and give them a little bit of an in-depth review, just because there are some gripes with some of them and there are some very good things about these figs. And then we're going to be doing an individual little showcase of Galactus himself. So let's just get right into it. Okay, let's get started with the figs. We have, like I said, the 4 figs of Fantastic Four First Steps. I'm very excited to see the film, and I am very excited to get into this set fully. I have heard and kind of share the same opinions about some of these figs. There are a lot of glaring issues with these, but there are also a lot of good. Like I said in the intro, these are the very first Fantastic Four minifigures that we have ever gotten. It is fantastic, pun not intended, to see that these 4 figs have gotten their own representation, especially based off of the films. It would be great to get a comic book version sometime down the line with the darker blue suits and hopefully torsos and arms that give you some sort of representation of the power. Let's go into each fig individually. So I'm going to start with Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic actually comes with these 1x1 by, I'm pretty sure that's by 4 dark azure legs. They just pop right off. They're just pieces, and then they give them the boot pieces at the bottom. Don't know why they made it look like a normal shoe when they could have done things that actually look like minifigs. You could have done a 1x2 plate with a 1x1 flat tile on top to make it look like, the little edge of an actual minifig leg piece. You just pop him right on there, and you can make him extend all the way up. This fig does have an alternate face. It's supposed to represent Pedro Pascal. He's got more of a smirk, and then one with just a normal smile. The torso is the only exclusive torso in this set. The rest of the figs have the same torso with a white collar. This one for Mr. Fantastic has a blue collar, so that's going to be the only difference there. And you can actually also take off the legs, take off the feet right here, and attach the stretchy legs onto the actual base of the legs right there, and then to the base of his torso, and then you can make him look like he has been stretching from the torso, which is actually pretty funny. The only issue is that line going right down the middle, but that's pretty cool nonetheless. All right, let's get Mr. Fantastic out of there. We're gonna go into Sue Storm. Sue Storm is up next. I've seen a lot of gripes about the face print that they use for her. This is the Black Widow face print that we've had for a while. It's been used in other figs as well. She does have alternate face. I honestly think that this is doing a great job representing the actress who is playing Sue Storm in Fantastic Four First Steps. I do like that we got these 2 different crystal pieces. These 2 transparent pieces just to represent her invisibility powers. Like I said, she does have the non-exclusive torso with the white collar. That's going to be the only difference there. I wish that we got some sort of variant where maybe her legs were transparent white to give it that clear look, like she actually is going invisible, but who knows, with Avengers Doomsday we might get upgrades to all these figs. Up next we have Ben Grimm as the Thing. A lot of people are mad about this fig not being a big fig. When you look at pictures of the Fantastic Four all standing next to each other in the trailers for First Steps, you kind of see that Ben Grimm is almost the same size as everybody else. He's just a little bit wider when it comes to his chest. It would have been great to see a redo of the piece that was used in Nexo Knights for Axel. I'm pretty sure that would have worked pretty well. But for now, we have this fig. He does come with this brand new molded rock piece for his head, and he also has 2 faces, one with an angry face and one with just a smile, and he has the same torso as Sue Storm right there. And then he also has these gauntlet pieces to make him look like he has the big rock arms. For Johnny Storm, you were given 2 of these flame pieces for his hands, and he has the exact same torso as Sue and Ben. He has the wavy hairpiece in the tan color, which actually works really well for his character. I believe that the face print is not the best. This is just the Ant-Man face print again, and they actually just recently used this for the Spider-Man in the new Endgame battle set. Not entirely sure why they would give him a face that's so generic, but again, Lego just avoiding having to reprint, or not reprint, having to make a new print or a new mold for anything. He came with these fire legs. You were able to put those on the bottom so that way he can fly around, and I will show you later, you can attach him to the back of Galactus. It's pretty cool to see him flying around, and it looks like Galactus kind of swatting at him. I wish we, again, got an alternate, maybe arm, maybe legs, that made him look like he was actually flaming on. We, again, might see an upgrade for Avengers Doomsday. We know that all 4 of the characters are confirmed to be coming back, so we might end up getting a upgraded version of those. Hopefully this is just the base figs that come out just for now, just so we can get those upgraded ones later. Alright, moving on to the main build, we have Galactus himself. I sat him down in this funny pose just because he is a little too tall for the light box that I'm filming in. I'm going to stand him up, and he doesn't even fit on frame. I can move the camera, so let me do that really quick. And there we have him. Yep, that's as good as we're gonna get on the view. So Galactus is actually a pretty solid build. I do appreciate the different colorations. I love the recolor and all this magenta. It's a gorgeous build with all of those different lines and the folds and all the different curves. It looks great. There are some gripes about the set. For a price tag of $59.99, this is your main build. There were only 427 pieces in this. That's not really a bad thing when it comes to price per piece. I'm not a huge believer in pricing things out based on that, but I will say the build experience was fantastic. It was very straightforward. There weren't a lot of like unique builds, but it was very intuitive, and I will say the articulation for this build is fantastic. The arms move up and down, the hands move, they are on ball joints, the shoulders move freely, they're also on ball joints. The knees, they're bendable knees in the mechs, I love that. And the legs also have that, and his torso is able to spin freely. And his head, there is a little gap right here. A lot of people I know were kind of upset about that gap, but it is designed to look all the way down. He can look all the way down to make it look like he is looking down on Earth and the people of it. I love that detail. I think that's fantastic. As you can see, there's this little piece sticking off right there. So that is so you can actually take Johnny Storm and attach him there to make him fly off the back, so Galactus has to, you know, defend himself from that. He is a little bit slidey. The material he's on is not the best right now. The build itself actually has a ton of connection points to put the figs all over him. So his hands have 2x2 jumper plates, so that way you can take a fig, and mainly I put Sue Storm on there to have her jumping off or jumping towards him. You have the thing. I usually put him down here. There's a connection point on his feet. I'd put him down here, and then Mr. Fantastic, who I will change back to his other form. Okay, so I put him back into his other form, and there is another connection point with a jumper plate up here that just has a 1x1 stud that you can just attach Mr. Fantastic here. Not sure what they're doing climbing all over Galactus, but it's a cool way to represent, you know, just the different poses that you can put Galactus in and all the figs in. Altogether, this is a pretty good set. It feels like you're getting 5 figures rather than just 4. Galactus himself is supposed to be huge. He's supposed to be this giant force that is supposed to be scary and sort of looming over the Earth. I wish he was bigger. A lot of people are saying that about this set, is that the size of Galactus himself is not fantastic when it comes to scale of minifigs. But if you think about the way that he can size up and down, you can use your imagination to think that he is shrinking down to the size that, you know, the Fantastic Four can actually see him at, and they can fight. I don't know why Galactus would go down to a smaller size to fight the Fantastic Four when he can just crush them all in an instant. But it's, like I said, it's just cool to be getting another big fig like this. It reminds me of it's almost the exact same build as the buildable Ant-Man from the Civil War battle set and the buildable Ant-Man from the Ant-Man Quantumania set. I kind of wish, and I keep saying this to people, that we got him in the form of the Ant-Man Civil War airport battle from the original line of Civil War sets, where he actually looked like a upscaled minifig. That would be pretty cool to see. I know that it would kind of be impractical. You'd have to build him at a huge scale with a ton of pieces, and there just would not be enough budget for that. Get into the stickers on the sides and front. The stickers are actually pretty good. They all are pretty flush with each other, and all of the colors line up really well. Again, I love this dark pink. This magenta color is fantastic. So I just checked on our little periodic table. It is dark pink, the official color for this. Dark pink with that dark blue. Again, looks fantastic. Cannot wait to see the film. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.